In a world where one man looks for a bridge that he thinks exists but is actually not that bridge and is another bridge that exists to find a ruins that he thought was somewhere else, we enter into another episode of our DLC playthrough, Shadow of the Erdtree for Elden Ring. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the story so far. We are going to be diving into the Ancient Ruins of Rauh. We have a bridge that I believe leads there, but we also are at the base of Rauh, so let's head on into it from there. So we're gonna dive right on into this place, and this is out into lands unknown to us, and mayhaps we will actually be able to go down and get this map piece now and head towards some of this area that we thought we could get to from going up the river. It's been a long time coming. Let's see what's all around here, because northeast is actually a way that we can go as well. And now that I'm thinking about it, I have no idea what is actually going to lead towards the ruins. I assume going more west is going to be the case, but I was like, oh, well, let's just check, let's check both sides, make sure that we've covered all of our bases. And now I'm quickly realizing that we may be getting ourselves into quite a bit more than we initially bargained for. But for now, I'm assuming that these are the ruins. I mean, they look very ruinous. We've got a fog gate. Does that mean that we have a keyhole somewhere here to be used? What if I just... Okay. Can't interact with it. Is there an entrance from the other side? No, there is not. Alrighty. Well, let's maybe kill some folks over here and see if there's something for me to interact with. I hear something. I hear like one of those little beetle ball guys. Ah, I see him up there. Yes, okay. I was like, is he gonna stay up there? Trying to be fast enough. Oh. Okay. Just for a somber smithing stone. I was expecting a little bit more out of it, not gonna lie. Okay, so that's the dead guy. I thought there were maybe some bodies gathered around. I guess a few of these must have chased and then de-aggroed. Okay, so we have a fog... Oh, we don't have a fog gate anymore. Huh? What was the trigger on that? I am so confused. Alright, well, Telu's Ruined Forge. Got a new place to explore, but I don't really follow. So if anybody knows what the trigger for that is, let me know in the comments, because I have no idea. Absolutely none. Okay, so that is surely death, but this, much like the first forge that we encountered, seems like it has a big beam to run up towards the end. Hit them where it hurts. Well, always try to. Also, bringing back the hammer because can't bleed these guys. A lot of rock-based stuff in here. So we've got a ladder down. I don't think we've missed any, like, pick-a-path options up until this point. Doesn't feel like there's really been much to pick from. Now, I guess here would be a part that you could pick, but this has a ramp, so we're gonna go check out down below. see what's what. Okay. So from here we can jump onto the big tube. So let's do that. We know that we can go up and to the left. This can cut straight across, go up, or I'm gonna just take a peek down here and see if there's any maybe kind of sneak preview for what's to come. Doesn't really seem like it. There's also always the chance that you can raise or lower something like this. So we'll keep our eyes peeled. Whoa, camera. Whoa. What do we have hiding back here? A Smith Script Great Hammer. Okay, so adding to our Smith Script collection. This has int and faith scaling. Great Hammer engraved with a Smith Script. Huh. Imagine that. A throwing weapon created through the smithing arts. Execute a strong attack or dashing strong attack to spin and fling the Great Hammer. Incompatible with Ashes of War that grant skills with an affinity. And its skill is Endure. Assume an anchored stance to brace for incoming attacks, briefly boosting poise. Damage taken while using the skill is reduced. Okay, so the whole Smith Script set may be those throwable weapons. I believe we've found a dagger and maybe one other weapon so far. Definitely sounds like a neat thing to play around with, because essentially you've got a ranged weapon that is not magic or, you know, a bow and arrow. So probably offers up some versatility and hello in terms of damage output. Yeah, essentially you get a strength ranged weapon as opposed to just dex or intelligence. Oh, that iframe. Oh, and a Smith Script axe. So getting a few Smith Script items around these parts. So again, int and faith, which that makes sense given how the Great Hammer was. Throwing weapon created through the smithing arts. Execute a strong attack or jumping strong attack to throw the axe. Alright, so essentially you've got like standard skills on them. Wild strikes, I believe, is like a pretty common thing with battle axes and things of that nature. But you just have an axe variant. So you probably get some different scalings on these guys. But you get throwing weapons, and that's pretty cool. So far, it seems like that's everything down this way, so back up we go. Wait, hold on. Because I don't remember a pick a path up top. We came down here, we went left, we went across. So maybe we've got to go on this guy and up. Is that going to take us to our next place? Okay, now we have multiple options from here. We can go left, or we could go right. I'm gonna go with left first. And we'll make sure to circle back. Don't do it to me. Ow, who's throwing rocks? Heal? Ow. You brought a friend. That's not nice. Iframes. That was weird. Stop flipping. Ow. You're supposed to be dead. Now for your friend. Oh, he's going multi-punch. Hi-ya! Nope. There it is. Okay, so the 446 one, I guess, is still doing enough to him to build up that stagger. It's such a small window to hit. It's not like it's impossible to hit by any means, but it's a pretty small one. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, and this gives us, I believe, the path that we need to go back on. Interestingly enough, we have a little bridge here. Looks like this goes down below. Hello. Oh, hello. That's a lot of them. Are we going hammer time? Ooh. Ooh, baby, that triple hit. Oh, you're not dead. Now you are. Let's take care of that. Nothing back here, so what? Was it just for a bunch of smithing stones? I guess. Is that just for a bunch of smithing stones? Yeah, that's kind of how these ruined forges work, Colby. Brilliant commentary. Really gotta commend myself. That's what the people watch for, you know? It's just the really astute observations. All the really smart things that we say around here. Things gonna fall from the ceiling? No? More smithing stones? Checks out. Cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. We like those things. That seems movable. That one on the other side might be movable as well, although looking up I don't really see where it would move to. Alright, I'm not seeing things to pick up over there, so... Ooh, big whiff. See, I'm gonna hit you and your friend. There it is. Oh, that wasn't really nice. There was a lava guy from across the way that... Sniping at the big guy. I swear I'm seeing... Oh, there is one up on the ceiling that hasn't fallen. I was like, I swear there's something just firing shots. I don't know if I need to be, like, running over and trying to get them to fall. Don't think I care that much. Ow, I just got backhanded. You get away from the edge, really making it tough to hit you in the back. Oh. Can I plunge attack? I'm not really certain if that was a plunge or if I just managed to hit the small of his back on that drop. Ah, no! I was reading the Smith script shield. Not the item description or anything, like literally just the words Smith script shield. I'm reading that. I'm gonna take a guess before we read this. This is a shield with Smith script. It's throwing shield, and then something like it has parry. Round shield engraved with Smith script. A throwing weapon. Yep. Oh, it's not parry though. It has discus hurl. Throws the round shield like a discus using the smithing arts. Once thrown, the shield will remain airborne for a moment before beginning a vertical rotation that chases down its target. Okay, sounds kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Now, if only it was like Captain America's shield. You know, you throw that thing and then it starts ricocheting off of all of your enemies and back. Now, we are playing this DLC at an extremely slow rate. Not in terms of like actual gameplay speed, but in terms of me playing the game relative to the launch. And I would not be surprised if somebody has made a Captain America mod using that shield. I would also be very disappointed if somebody had not made a Captain America mod using that shield. Oh, I missed. Alright, so let's see. We come back around here. We're underneath that bridge now. As far as the like isolated, you know, dungeon tile, so to speak, is concerned, pretty lackluster. Just a couple of those guys. And a smithing stone? But let's take the big ladder, because that seems to be the most interesting portion of all of this. Got some dudes up on the ceiling. Checks out. Okay, so seeing one over across the way kind of leads me to believe that there's something more to explore that away. Up the stairs, that's going to be the main path. Can we jump the gap from here? We can. Oh yeah, running attack right into the small of it. Definitely gonna be a big enough stagger buildup. Okay, so taking care of business. I don't want to climb the tall ladder again, so gotta make sure we get that jump down. What have we here? That's not the button to pull the lever. Okay, so is this gonna raise the big guy? Oh, it's not gonna raise it. It's gonna flip it. Well, okay then. So now, okay, so this is making some sense. So we can drop onto this. Not that this raises, just that this is a way down. And now we've got to find our way back towards that midpoint, so that we can get on and start moving across the other direction, which I think is going to be drop down here. And now we go up. Cool, 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 cool. I like it. I like it. Some neat design. Okay, so we can't get straight across. We have a ladder to go up there. I kind of want to explore maybe... Is over to the right like where we came in? Oh, you know what? That's where we came in, because there's the little stone you come out across and then you start working your way down. So we're going to go left because that's where the new stuff's going to be. And I like things that are new. I was gonna say shiny and new, but in a place such as this, I don't really foresee much shininess. It's really just a lot of burnt and yeah. Another anvil of sorts. Telu the Golem Smith and an ancient dragon smithing stone. Okay, so not another anvil. We got the big anvil on the first one. Is Telu like a specific one of these smith enemies that we've been fighting? I guess. Well, so a couple of things. That is Telu's Ruin Forge, so the Telu summon makes a lot more sense. And when we came out, or teleported back to the beginning, it was called Rauh Base still. So even though we've headed up north from the Grace, we are still technically in what is considered Rauh Base territory. So that's good. We're gonna head west. I tried to head as north as possible. It seems like this is the cutoff. Doesn't seem like there's any way to actually go around north towards where these sunflowers are pointing, which is, I think, where we had originally seen the sunflowers and then started to notice them out and about. So it looks like as we head west here, it's gonna kind of start pushing us back to the south. And that should then feed us back around towards where our original Grace was. But if we see these guys, then that means that there's probably some things for us to pick up. And give him a little whack, you know, just a little tap tap. Let them know that we're here. Not that they really need a heads up. There's plenty of them around. So I'm just like full wander mode here. Trying to see if there's anything to the side. So this is like due west. We've got... Are they fighting each other? Oh no, there's like some sort of more humanoid creatures. So this is, we're basically at this point directly below the base. So those must be maybe Mesmer people? Some sort of sacrifice and rata fruit under here. But other than that, not really much. Alright, big rune, we like that. And a common soldier helm. That might have dropped from one of the guys that they killed. I'm gonna just assume that they fought a common soldier. So where are we heading into now? I guess we have a bunch of enemies because we're sprinting through stuff. So now I'm gonna have to take care of business because I want this chest. Alright. I didn't check the chest. Is it gonna be a trap? It is not. Pearl Shield Talisman. Okay, let's just make sure that we're into some safety here, and we'll take a look at the talisman real quick. Talisman depicting a knight bearing a pearlescent great shield. Boosts all non-physical damage negation while guarding. Okay, so, I mean, we have the Pearl Drake Talisman that boosts non-physical damage negation. This has to boost it even more, right? If you're guarding, they have to give you some benefit to it. The nature and the potential of impurity surpassed the understanding of the knights, and so they were forced to prepare for all threats known or unknown. The most prepared. Okay, so this has led us down more south. The hardest part here is going to be taking account for the entire like breadth of this, right? Like we're moving down through this ruinous area, or at least towards the ruins. Or maybe by base we're under the ruins. Okay. Something just shot at me. Okay. One of these dudes. I thought it was maybe some sort of ballista, but it's one of the big giant boys. So we'll kind of make our sweep back and forth. Make it really hard for him to hit us. Maybe go behind some buildings. Take a shot, and then we'll go in close. Be like Achilles and take out the legs. A hammer might be better. Oh, I'm just gonna keep hitting the weak spot on the back because we got the big dude running at us. He's gonna be a little bit tougher because he's got a melee weapon. Ow. I would almost think that if I get more running attacks, that would deal a little bit more, right? Is that something so wrong to think? Also, thank goodness it's not his head and that he was up high enough here. Because I was really concerned that the body part I needed to repost was going to be hanging off. Ooh, a golem's halberd. Does that scale to actually be the size of the golem's halberd? Because that would be like an actual massive weapon. Alright, so those guys are clearly protecting the path, and as we come down here, okay, now we're getting pretty deep into things. We're on the other side of where the Fog Rift catacombs would be. I think we want to head down and get that map so that we know what's going on. And then we can kind of double back up and see if there's anything on the other side of where the catacombs were earlier. This is actually pretty high up. So let's take that smithing stone set and go to... Also, like, they keep giving you so many smithing stones, and I just see the number for, like, the rarity, and I'm like, oh, thanks for the stone, I guess. But they are giving them out in pretty high quantity in the DLC, which, if you really wanted to explore a bunch of different stuff, you know, try out all these different weapons and things, like, that's how you're gonna do it. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, okay, so we're down here, we've got map. This is an area that we have not been able to go to, and now this has a spirit spring. So that is probably how we're gonna go up to that area we wanted to explore before. Okay, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Now what I wanna do, actually if we go down there, that's this, which we'll get to, but I think this is like my current main objective? Question mark? I don't know, let's run around a little bit. I want to go up there, but I also want to take a look down this little pathway, because this is going towards where those ruins were, and this might just look down, or not ruins, catacombs. Looks like this just kind of overlooks it. There might be a way to, like, traverse down. I know sometimes they'll throw you a bone and say, hey, here are some of those gravestones. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. So let's go up and explore. Unfortunately, we don't have a grace. Maybe there's a grace if we press forward just a little bit. We have to find the way to unclog this spirit spring anyway, so maybe we'll see something up ahead. But I assume it would be somewhere up here. They tend to be along the path. Just out of sight. Can I hit it? Yeah, there we go. A spirit spring has been unsealed. Do we have a grace down below? Because that's all I'm missing right now. Which, like, I mean, if I have to make the run, I have to make the run from the Rauh base. Like, that's fine, but I was just kind of hoping... So we got Temple Tower Ruins. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back. First things first. We're backtracking to a place that we've seen across the way a long, long time ago. It's been pretty cool how this has all come together. Like, we've seen it, you know, we've tried to access it, we can't. You do some further exploring, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh wow, you get to it from here? Like, it's been a very joyous thing for me, exploring all the different places in this DLC. There have been so many ways to go. And, like, we did the Shadow Keep, right? And the Shadow Keep had all the different layers in the back section and, you know, going through the specimen storeroom. It's just been real cool. So is there much else up here? So we've got this, obviously another sort of chamber. I don't know if that's just going to be, like, straight to a boss fight like we had in the early part of the DLC. Some sort of similar tomb fight. If there's gonna be anything else. It doesn't seem like it. Now, what can we see from here? This is back towards the beginning, yeah? I think it is. Because that's the bridge going up here to Castle Ensis. Looking down at the fort. Okay. I was thinking that we were gonna have like a teleporter here because I didn't know what was up here. So a spirit spring on the backside. Definitely one option to do it. This is also dropping down lower. Okay. So we'll just check out this front portion. See what's here. I don't know if this is like gives you access to drop all the way down if you really wanted to. Still seems like it's very, very high up, so I don't know that that's the case. But that doesn't mean that they couldn't put the gravestones for you. There's an option to scale down, but I'm not really seeing it. So I don't know if I'm missing anything, or if this is just a lot of, I guess, useless space, so to speak. Because, like, as we look down here, you can see that there's a place to be able to climb down. And that's from, what, like, the other side of these Temple Town ruins that you can then scale your way back down. But it doesn't really seem like anything up here, so we'll see what lies in store in the underground. I don't know if we're walking into a boss fight or if this is gonna be a whole dungeon. It's a boss fight. Alright, so Northern Nameless Mausoleum. We had a mausoleum very early. It looks like we found another one. Let's see what kind of boss they give us here. Red Bear. He's not a bear. If this is anything like the first one, we're gonna be able to, like, fairly stagger lock him. And since he's humanoid, should be able to bleed. Oh. Okay, I get it. I underestimated the Red Bear. Mans is gonna, oh. What, are these iframes or am I just whiffing? That's the part that I'm, like, not understanding with that. It's kind of, I mean, it's a neat little, like, fist weapon. Moveset. There's the bleed. Alright, he's only got one heal. Alright, I mean, much like the first one, kind of a lackluster fight in and of itself, but if it's a way to get an item... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Red Bear's claws, and then you get his armor set, Iron Rivet armor, and a Fang helm. So classified separately from the claws, this is actually a Beast Claw. Causes blood buildup, which, you know, we learned from the fight. Claw of a great red bear wielded without modification by Red Bear, whose name is lost to madness. After killing the great red bear in a blood-soaked bout, he became fascinated by the untainted glory of its naked strength. I wish to be a bear, no more and no less. I mean, straightforward. You know, who doesn't want to be a bear? I think we fought, was it Red Bear? Or we fought some sort of more prominent bear recently in the DLC that was definitely a lot tougher than the, like, normal bears have been in the game, so I assume something somewhat related to that. Now, the thing that's kind of odd about this place, there's no grace up top, there's no grace down below. We're gonna do some science here. Are you able to jump down on Spirit Springs and not take any damage, or do you have to teleport out of this place? So we're gonna science it up. We've got a Spirit Spring, and we're gonna Trust Fall. Wow. Okay. Cool. Cool beans. Am I gonna be too short of it and die? I hate myself. Okay, that was dumb. Can't believe I let myself do that. Alright, anywho, now we've got the Temple Town ruins, so let's see what Temple Town is all about. Maybe we can find a grace, because I feel like it's long time. Is that a grace in the distance I see? Beautiful. Alright, ask and you shall receive. As always, a lovely thing. Also, with 350k runes, we should be leveling on up, yeah? Yeah, I think we're just kind of at the point where I don't know, I'm just throwing points into decks because why not? So that puts us on the backside here. We're gonna wanna go northwest at some point and check that out, and it looks like this may also go vertical, but maybe not enough to reach this place, which is fine. We have this nice little bridge. So I think these are the Rauh ruins, and we're down below. But let's check out Temple Town, which I feel like I've probably said for like the 5th time already, but we're gonna do it, okay? We're gonna do it. Temple Town it is. Doesn't really seem like there's much going on in the outskirts of it. That guy was surprisingly tanky. Is that because he has a weapon? Hey, do not touch my horse. Yeah, this man is a little bit beefier. Oh, I whiffed. So this takes, okay, so we've got like a little pathway down here by the ruins, and that is for some grave glovewort. And it looks like that is all that is down here. All right, so, you know, not one of our most fruitful ventures. That's okay, you know, I'm just gonna discount the grade of Templetown Ruins just a little bit. Threw stones at me. I do not appreciate it. I must kill you for such a thing. And you had stones on your back, so just to be safe, I have to kill you too. I didn't like the way he looked at me. And by me, I mean that rock. Okay, so far, kinda not a lot going on, but these ruins, the DLC ruins have definitely been, I'd say, quite a bit different than the main game ruins. Okay, so can you get onto the roof with some sort of horse parkour? Almost. Ahaha! Is that the way you're supposed to go? Most certainly not. You probably horse parkour off of that roof, but that was way cooler in my opinion. Nothing up this way. I do see a jar up top though, so we'll have to go up and check out that pot guy. Probably drop something special because I believe all of the ones with the sparkle have something inside of the pot. I don't know if it'll be a scatter tree fragment or what exactly, but I suspect something decent will come of it. Dog is hurting my horse. Okay, so the real question here is how do we actually get up into this place? Because right now, kind of just running around below and killing some things, but I'm not exactly seeing the way inside. So if we continue around, this seems like where we came in initially. So there's probably a way to scale the side. I don't know if we have to jump off from somewhere. That's too low. There's a bridge across. That seems even higher. Oh, we have a sign. I'll be damned if there isn't any way past this wall. Well, I bet you there is a way past this wall. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so you've got some more buildings that are a part of the ruins out here, but it's too far away from the action to seemingly have anything meaningful. But that doesn't mean that they can't tuck something away behind the wall this far out. Okay. So what do you do when the wall is too high? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Running around this thing and we've got just this tiny hole in the side. Okay. So we're looking for a way up. There is never, ever going to be a way up. Alrighty, dog. I've had a bit of a day, alright? I'm gonna need you to just back the heck off. I don't need this from you folks. Get your rocks, put them away, shove them into the darkness, so that they may never see the light of day. Alright. Freaking ruins. Well, you know, there's the other side, and honestly, most of the running around like a nutcase probably got cut from the final edit of this video just for the sake of time, but just know, we ran around for a long, long time trying to figure out where the heck we were supposed to get into this place from. Ay. Tried so much to just find ways to jump in here. Okay, how do we get to the lower portion of this? Maybe there's just an easy walkway here? Oh. Perhaps we've gone too far? I have a horse. Solutions! Go horseback. Now the horseback riding and double jumping is paying off. We get a Shadow tree fragment for our efforts. Alright, I feel slightly better now. That's gonna take us down, so now we want to go up and across. Nothing shooting at us? That's nice. I feel like anytime that you're running across a bridge, you're always at risk. Always at risk in these games of getting shot at from somebody or something. Backstab? Oh, nope. Don't do it. Alright, I tried to greed out the rest. Ruin the flawless fight, but who's really tracking flawless fights anyway? At least in a casual first playthrough. I know obviously you've got no hit runs and stuff. That's definitely gonna track it. Two-handed sword style. Okay, we actually use a two-handed sword. So is this going to be useful? Enhances attacks with two-handed weapons. The Horned Warriors were fitting figures for the military might of the tower they kept watch over. Their deft attacks slashing through any and all foes. Now I've been using typically the more damage when at max HP, but I think we might swap it out for this so that we just always have extra damage. So that's going right into the rotation. Little staircase that leads to nothing. Okay. I suppose that's probably also the end of the ruins. Oh no, it doesn't lead to nothing. It leads to a little drop down here and down here. This is probably just leading you to a safe exit? Question mark? Because I can't get back up to there, so this is probably just safe falling point back down below. Okay. So that, I believe, is the Templetown Ruins incompletion. So we will head out from here next time, go north, see what lies this way, and then it seems like we are not even at Rauh itself. Rauh seems to be this nice green area up above. And with that down below here, I don't know if this is like a ramp up and in. Got a building here. I don't know if this is gonna be a well and all of a sudden we're gonna have like an underground section to the DLC. We still have this whole area as well as some areas like this that are down at a different elevation. So certainly a lot of things left to go and find in this DLC. We want to make our way back over to the Shadow Tower. We've got this area up top, so we're a good ways in here, but still a lot to go. So if you've been enjoying and you haven't subscribed yet and you want to check out the rest, ball's in your court. All right, take it easy, everybody. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.